Tough loss. Give Seattle credit. Did everything better than we did today. So fly home, make the corrections, have a bye week, and get ready to play Houston.
Obviously, how costly are the whole months for you guys there?
Yeah.
Much overcome today?
Yeah, no, that's taking care of the ball is one of our main goals, and obviously we didn't do it. And then they got the ball in good field position there to capitalize on 10 points. You turn the ball over in your side of the field, it's tough. So we got to fix that.
Brian, without looking at the film, obviously, of those two punt plays, is he trying to do too much? Is he getting a little reckless there, or are those just good plays?
Yeah, I'd have to take a look at it, Mark. I looked at the Jumbotron. I thought the one guy knocked it out of his hand pretty good, but two tough plays. Richie knows you got to take care of it. And that's the game.
It seemed like Seattle on defense really was keyed into not let you hurt them a lot with
their
legs. And, obviously paying a lot of attention to Saquon. Did you see that too? And were you hoping that your passing game could, make up for that?
Yeah, no, they did a good job all the way around. I thought they did a good job of stopping the run. I think we averaged less than 3 yards. I thought they did a good job on the perimeter on some of the nakeds and the keeps. We didn't hit any big plays off of them. They just did a better job than we did.
You had 2 chunk plays today, 20-plus plays, one last week. I mean, how hard is it for you guys? Do you need more than that in order to win? Or can you, is it sustainable to compete and win if you're not making those big plays? You're getting those big plays?
Well, they certainly help. Big plays certainly help in a game, whether they change field position or improve your odds to score on that drive. So continue to look at it and find ways to do it.
Brian, you guys obviously been a very good fourth-quarter team. You'll be trailing 4 now. Is there a confidence level that you feel on this group that, when you get into that fourth quarter, you ended up tying it up shortly after the fourth quarter?
Yeah. No, our guys are confident. We just didn't do enough today all the way around. Again, give Seattle credit. It's hard. That ball is important. We got to do a better job of taking care of it. We got to do a better job of executing and finishing drives, converting on some third downs, particularly early on in the game. So, a lot to work on.
What message do you send to them? You got a week off right now. What message do you send them away with?
Keep your head up. Got a good week of practice. There's obviously things that happened in this game that we have to eliminate from happening, just like there is every game, whether you win or whether you lose. Come in, be consistent on Monday, make the corrections. They'll have some time off on the bye week and come back ready to go.
How are you guys going? They're coming in tomorrow?
They're going to be in tomorrow. Then they'll be off.
You're letting them go tomorrow?
Yeah.
Off the rest of the week?
Yep.
What did you see from Nick Gates when it was like just having back on the field?
I'd have to look at it. Yeah. Just having him out there provides energy. I thought he was excited. He was excited all week. Obviously, we know his story, so we'll just keep working with him.
His first snap, he made a block that helped get that touchdown, and he was pretty excited about
Yeah.
What do you think when you see that, and how special is that for you guys as a team to see him enjoy that moment? Because, it's been a long road for him.
Yeah, I think it's special, coming back from the injury, well documented. Just wants to be part of the team and do what he can. So he's a great young guy to work with, and wish we could have had a different outcome today.
I don't know if you look at things at all like this, but it's really kind of the halfway point of the season. Do you feel like you're saying keep your head up, that it was a good first half of the season for you guys?
Yeah, well, we got a long season to go. So we were 3-1 in the first quarter, 3-1 in the second quarter. Obviously not good enough today. A lot to work on. Like I say, every week there's a lot to work on. Don't like the results of today, but, Seattle earned those results and we didn't. So we'll just come back. We'll make corrections. You do some self-scout and things like that during the week and try to fix some of the things that, we need to fix like we do every week.
One of the things that seems to have been a problem for most of the first half is those fast starts. You had a decent one last week. No, we didn't convert on some third and, shorter to mediums. So when you have to
have to punt on those. Those are tough. You don't get anything going here. You don't sustain any momentum. So certainly stuff we got to improve on.
Did you expect to come out throwing? I mean, obviously, it's game plan. You did last week.
Yeah, there was some RPOs in there that Mike called that they took away the run. So we threw a quick out to Slayton, or we hit a slant to 17. So those were, if they're going to do this, we do that. If they play this, we do that.
What was the mindset on that possession at the end of the first half? You get the ball back with in the half where it was.
Yeah, we didn't want them to take timeouts. It wasn't like we were moving the ball well, so we were up and at it. If we got a first down, we could get going into it, not giving them the ball back with much time. So that was it.
You touched on it a little bit. Saquon was 5 today. They stopped the run game. What were you seeing? What was the difference today?
They just played good. They did a good job up front. They set the line of scrimmage. They tackled well. They had a lot of guys down there in the gaps. They played well.
Ryan, there are some games where you have to convince your guys, look, this is what we have to do differently next time, so it's why we lost. I would imagine with your guys this week, you can pretty much put on the tape and say, okay, you guys are going to find where you guys will know where you lost this game before the coaches point it out.
Yeah, I think that happens every week with our guys. We try to be as consistent as we can, Art, with how we approach, after a game, good or bad. There's certain things that, you did well even though you lost, and then there's certain things you didn't do well. So I think that's the way we approach it. We just try to be as consistent as we can. Obviously, turnovers are tough, but there's a lot of other things, too, that we could have done better.
Couple more.
Brian, obviously there'll be a lot of focus this week on the trade deadline. Are you hopeful that Joe will make the moves, especially on offense?
Yeah, it's just after a game here. My focus is really, not happy with the outcome today.
What do you say to your quarterback when you come out of this, the run's not working, the passing's not working? What's the next step there?
Just coach him. Yeah, just be consistent with him, coach him up.
This game aside for a second, big picture, what do you say when I tell you, first half of your season, you went into bye at 6-2?
Well, yeah, I thought we did some good things. I thought there's things, obviously, that we need to improve on. Long season left. Get rested up, come back out ready to go, and, have a good week the following week when we get ready for Houston.
Is there a lot to be proud of, though? I mean, to be 6-2 is pretty good in this league. I mean, no matter how you put it, that's correct.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of that right now. I'm not happy with what we did today. So, long trip back, lot to fix, but we'll fix it.
You gave up at 13 in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter comes out of the year. Were you thinking you had a good chance at that point? Is it something that you're doing lately?
Yeah, I think we all felt like that. Hadn't done a lot of things great to that point, but we found a way to get it back, and just didn't do enough when we got the ball back there to keep it going. So, I got to make a few more plays.
Did you feel like they were really focused on not letting you run the ball as you did last week?
I think they're doing a good job with some of those zone read things, and then some of the nakeds and keeps and keeping their width on the defense. But, credit to them. They're a good defense. They played well today.
Daniel, when you get into a situation like this, you're going into the bye, a lot of people want to play back and look big picture. But for you and how you know this team, you know where you're at, how much focus gets put on today rather than the big picture for this team?
I think a lot. I think there's, certainly tomorrow, when we go in, we'll be focused on this game, and that's what, I think a lot of focus to this game. There's a lot of things we need to correct, a lot of things we didn't do well enough today. So we'll look to shore those up. We'll look to make corrections, and we'll look back at the first half to some extent and see where we can continue to improve. But I imagine a lot of our focus will be on this game.
You had 46 yards, I think it was, in the first half, almost 200 in the second. Did you guys make any significant adjustments going into the second half?
No, not really. I think we found some things in the run game that were working, and got into a rhythm a little bit in some of those drives. So, I think we just executed better, and did a bunch of little things better that ended up helping us convert and move the ball better.
Regardless of what's happened for you guys this year, when you've gotten into the fourth quarter and even tied or right within striking distance, you've been the team that's avoid the mistakes. Did you feel like you guys were right there when the fourth quarter begins and you're even, that this was going to be another one of those games where you're going to make plays to pull this one out?
Yeah, I think we all did. I think we had that feeling, and we're confident in our ability to do that. We hadn't played a great game up to that point, but confident in our ability to close out games. Just didn't do enough down the stretch. Didn't make enough plays. So things we got to look back on and clean up.
Coming off of your performance last week, where you win Offensive Player of the Week, I mean, the change to this week, where things are a little more frustrating. I mean, what does that feel like for you? I guess going from having that high to just kind of having a little more of a frustrating performance for this team.
Well, I mean, I think that's part of playing at this level, playing in the NFL. That defenses are good, teams are good. Seattle deserves a lot of credit. They're a good defense and a good team, and they played better than us today. So we'll look to see how we can clean up some things and improve. But that's the way it works in this league. Everyone's good, so you got to bring your A game every week.
Coming out after halftime, you have the ball for almost 9 minutes, and you have to settle for the field goal at the end. Was that a little frustrating?
Yeah, I mean, I think whenever we settle for field goals in those situations, it's frustrating. We want to score touchdowns, and weren't able to convert there and punch it in the end zone. So that's something we got to look at.
It looked like they had a nice move going with Darius there in the second half. Looking for him, he just happened to be the guy up.
Yeah, I mean, I think he was doing a good job getting open, feeling some space in their zones, especially on third down, and he made a couple really nice catches, contested catches, and big plays for us. So, like I've said, I got a lot of trust and confidence in him.
Obviously going into the bye week, you guys are in a good spot overall. You're 6-2. With the trade deadline on Tuesday, it's really the first time that you've been a part of a team that, who knows if something is done by Tuesday, maybe it sends a different message to this team. Do you feel that at all when you guys leave tomorrow, wondering if there's anything that's going to be done by Joe and the department upstairs to get something that this team might need?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's something that we don't control as players, and that's up to those guys. That's up to the guys upstairs to make those decisions. So whatever they do, whatever they decide, we'll go with. But that's not our job, not in our control, as players.
I mean, this is sort of the halfway point of the season with 3-1 in each quarter. This is the best you've been at this point in any season. What are your feelings about the big picture at this point?
I think we've done some things well. Found a way to win some games, but I think there, like we've said, there's a lot still out there for us. I think today shows that a little bit, that there's a lot we need to improve on and shore up if we want to continue to be the team that we think we can be. So that's where our focus is. We're happy we've been able to pull out some of these games, and 6-2 is not bad, but there's a lot of work to do.
You're close to Nick Gates. He's on the field when you guys scored that touchdown. It looked like you were the first one to go up to him when he was down on the ground. He had a nice block. You say anything to him? How happy are you for a guy to go through what he did and then to actually get out on that field today and make some plays?
Yeah, it was cool moment just to see him suit up and run back out there today, and knowing what he's been through, knowing what he's had to overcome really not that long ago, a little over a year from now. So much respect to him and how hard he's worked, and it's cool to be able to see that and then see him run out there today, and he played well.
One more, third one.
Dan, do you guys feel like you have what you need to be a contender in the second half here right now as a team in this locker room?
I do. I think we got guys across the board who can make plays. We got guys up front have been playing really well all season, and like I said, there's certainly a lot of things we got to clean up, but I got a lot of trust, a lot of confidence in the guys we have in the locker room.
You guys have played this kind of game a lot this year, close fourth quarter by a little bit. Do you think that, not that you had them where you want them, but you think that you were in good shape going into the fourth quarter to pull out another one?
Yeah, I mean, we always feel like we are in good shape to win the game. something we preach all week is we know the games are going to be 60 minutes, and for us, we always, have that motto of taking them to the deep end and just playing all the way through. So no matter, how much we're down by or what the situation is in the game, we always believe that we can come back and win. Obviously, we didn't get it done today, but it is what it is. We learned from, the mistakes that we made as a team, as a unit, defensively as well, and just go back to the drawing board and be better after bye week.
You haven't lost since that Dallas game in week 3, and when you just said you learned from the mistakes you made, I assume in that game, how much can you learn from today? How can you build on what you may have learned today in a loss?
There's a lot to build on. It's a lot of things that we didn't do well, and we know that as a unit. There's a lot of things that I didn't do well as a play caller and as a leader on this team. And like I said, we just go back to the drawing boards, and we come back after the bye, ready to go. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna get tougher. So we just gotta be prepared and ready to go. I think this is 2 weeks now where I think defensively we just didn't play to our standard, and I thought we played well in some phases of the game, but just critical situations, I don't think we didn't play up to our standards. So, like I said, we go back to the drawing boards and figure it out, and we'll get better.
At 13-13, they came right down the field. Gino was 5 for 5. So what do you see on that? They didn't run the ball at all. What do you see on that drive to kind of give them a lead there?
Yeah, like I said, I just think we got to do a better job of executing. And they had a good drive. That's all I can really say. I don't think it wasn't necessarily that we didn't do our job. They just, they made plays. They get paid just how we get paid. So obviously they're gonna make plays. We just gotta keep making them snap it again, and keep fighting.
I know you mentioned you a lot you didn't do well. I know you haven't watched the film yet, but what comes to mind immediately?
The tackle, missed the tackle. They scored the last touchdown. Pretty critical. They went up 27-13. So obviously they were already in field goal range, but at worst they would have just been able to kick a field goal. Maybe we could have blocked that field goal. There's a lot of things that, could have went our way if, that tackle was made, because I believe we could have got a stop. But like I said, missed the tackle, and they scored. So just got to be better.
Were you on that tackle? Were you trying to get the ball loose, or was it just
just missed it. That's all I could say. Just missed it, and yeah, that's it.
Maybe the bye week's always a good time to assess what the team's accomplished at 6-2. How do you feel like this team performed for the first half of the season?
I thought we did well. I thought it was we did to be 6-2 is good, but we got a lot of work to do, and it's a long season. And I've said it, before. It can go really well, or it can go down really fast. That's just this league, and that's how it is. So we got to make sure that we're on our P's and Q's. We got to make sure that we correct the things that we have mistakes on, because if we don't, it's gonna bite us down the line. So we know that, and we're gonna be getting ready and getting prepared. Obviously, we got this bye week to get our bodies right, but once we come back, we got to go. So we know that.
Xavier, obviously, whatever the coaches send you off, whatever message they send you guys off with tomorrow will be one thing. But as a leader on this team, do you have a message to your teammates tomorrow about how you want them to see them handle the bye week in terms of
take care of the bodies, be ready to go when we get back? Like I said, we got one goal. We got one ultimate goal, and everybody has that goal, and that's to win the Super Bowl. So right now, for us, we just got to keep improving, keep getting better. Obviously, we got to take it week by week. We got to be 1-0 each week. We know that. So we got to be ready to go. Like I said, it's going to be tougher for us. We got some really, really good teams ahead of us in the schedule. And so for me, that's going to be, that's going to be the message, just to take care of your bodies. We still are at work. We still got a season to play. So it's not the time to relax. It's not the time to, do all the extra stuff, take care of your body, make sure we come back, be ready to go.
Saquon, tough sledding today. Running game came up with even less than 80 yards. What made it so difficult today? So many times in the second half, your guys' running game has gotten going. It didn't happen today.
You got to give credit to Seattle. They did a really good job. That's really it. They did a really good job. They made plays. They made more plays than us. We just got to be a little bit better. Go back, watch film, learn from it. Get our bodies right in this bye week and come back with our mindset right, ready for Texans, or we play Texans.
Right.
Yeah.
When you talk about them doing a good job, was it schematically or just physically they were able to just make the plays and get to you?
They made plays. I mean, that happens. Part of NFL. Those guys get paid a lot of money too. They made some really good plays. But, we just got to do a better job, making more plays. It starts with me. I got to do a better job in the run game, getting it going earlier, and sustaining it.
13-13 early in the fourth quarter. The fourth quarter has been the Giants' quarter all season long. Was it hard to keep the pedal to the metal? Did you guys run out of gas?
I wouldn't say we ran out of gas. They just made more plays than us. You got to give credit to them. It was their day.
How important is the bye week right now for you guys to be able to kind of reset and get ready for the second half of the season?
It's really important, not just because it's a reset. It's a great time to look back what we did so far, we accomplished in the first half of the season, learn from the good, learn from the bad, and use that to get ready for the second half of the season and come out with the right mindset against Houston.
Saquon, the bye week is generally time to assess where you're at. I mean, when you look at 6-2 at this point, would you have signed for that given what his team's been the last few years?
At the end of the day, as a competitor, you want to go out there and win every single game. And I think we put ourselves in a position to go out there and win every single game so far in the season. But being 6-2, there's a lot of good out of that, but it's also a lot we can learn from it to be the team that we want to be.
So it seemed like they really were interested in not allowing Daniel to, have those bootlegs, and they had that pretty much clamped down. You see that too. They weren't going to let him do that this game.
Yeah, like I said, they got great coaches over there too. They got great players over there too. They're a heck of a team. They're a really good team. They played really well today. Today was their day.
Despite the loss, this still has to be a very proud moment for you to get back in there and actually have NFL snaps after the broken leg.
I know, it definitely was good feeling to get back out there with the team and be out there with the guys. Sucks we lost, but it was a little morale victory for me.
From a physical perspective, how did it feel? Did you have to test anything? What did the first hit feel like?
It felt good. Everything felt good. Everything felt strong and solid, and feel ready. So.
Your first snap was a touchdown, correct?
Yeah, it was.
So, you got a block on that too, didn't you?
I think so, yeah.
What did that? You were down on the ground, looked like you were celebrating. Looked pretty special for you.
Yeah, no, it was a special moment, definitely. Good. It was just surreal for a little bit. So.
How many snaps did you expect to play today? Obviously, you were the extra jumbo package guy.
I don't know. I didn't really know how many. It just depended on the game and the situations and stuff like that. So I didn't really know how many I was going to get or not. I knew I was definitely going to get some on field goal, or goal line heavy type stuff. But I was just going in there just open minded. I didn't know how many I was going to get.
We all know how much your teammates and this coaching staff loves you. What were the butterflies and the emotions like pre-kickoff? And then when you actually got on the field for that first snap?
I'd probably say during the national anthem is when I kind of teared up. I was standing next to Mike Baum, my trainer, who he's been there since it happened and it was with me the whole way. So I tried to make a little special moment with him, and it was after that though I was good. So.
What is the sense and feeling of accomplishment now that you actually have made it back and taken NFL snaps?
No, it's a huge accomplishment. Definitely be able to get back out there and be with my teammates. And too bad we lost, but it was a good feeling to get back out there.
And the goal from here is what?
Keep winning after this. So you get this bye week, you got to study, and we got to correct some stuff and try to get the win.
You seem to have a knack recently with Daniel on being his target on some of these third and longs. What is it about your guys' connection that allowed you to convert some of those the last couple of weeks?
I don't know. I try to get open, and he normally throws good balls that are easy to catch. So we've been able to convert on some of them, but obviously got to do a little bit more going forward.
It seems like that one deep incline was almost a 50-50 ball. You in the corner almost got your hands on the ball at the same time, right?
Yeah, it was a little bit of a wrestle for the ball, but that's our job, is to go get the football. So, I'm going to fight for it every time, and that time I was able to come up with it.
Now you guys can go to the laboratory next couple of weeks, get ready for the second half of the year. What do you, Daniel, the rest of the receivers have to do to kind of get this passing game rolling a little bit better?
I think we just got to do a better, from receiver standpoint, we just got to do a better job of, getting open, making plays on the ball, and pretty much just doing our job. I think, as a whole today, we probably just didn't make enough plays to win the game.
Darius, in the second half, you had 14 and 12 play drives and had to settle for field goals. How much steam does that take out of an offense?
I wouldn't say it necessarily took steam out at that point, because we were kind of struggling to sustain drives. So it was good momentum to be able to sustain them. But obviously, you want to end drives with touchdowns. And, in those cases, we were unable to get in the end zone. But I think it was good to have those long drives, give our defense a break, and kind of build some momentum.
You did a good job slowing down Kenneth Walker. Was that a big focus heading into this game, slowing down the run game?
Every week we want to, focus on stopping the run. That's what, it is in this league, stopping the run, then everything else to follow. I feel like we did a good job at, trying to do that today.
What's the specific challenge that those two wide receivers, Lockhart and Metcalf, give defensive backs?
Specific challenges? They're great receivers. I don't know what else to say. Yeah.
Adoree, you guys had won 4 in a row, and this snaps that 4-game winning streak. How difficult a pill is it to swallow right now?
Anytime you lose, it sucks. Even when we lost the first one, we're frustrated, and same with this one. So for us, just go back into the lab on Monday when we get back, figure out things we need to correct, and then, try to get our minds away from it, but still stay locked in. But at the same time, get our bodies together, get our minds right, so we can get ready for the second half of the season.
Yeah, it has been a physically, mentally, and emotionally draining season to this point. Does the bye come at a good time, even though you're going into it with a defeat?
I think so. Halfway through the season, I would say you get a bye, get your body to rest, and get to regroup and whatever you need to do to get ready for the second half of the season. So I feel like it came at a good time.